in this video, I'm going to show you the difference between throwing body parts and making long-lasting changes in your dancer pose, in yoga, or even just putting on your running shoes, how you can build a better butt, strengthen your bathroom muscles, reducing incontinence, and release your hip flexor. My name is Cassie Love, and if you didn't already know, I teach essential movements. In this video, I'm going to teach you the essential movement of getting our leg behind our pelvis when we're walking, and I'll show you how to reinforce a healthy body so you're always doing that. And if you didn't already know, I have a website with lots of online courses to reduce foot pain, knee pain, and all sorts of other body ailments. So check it out. It's an essential movement to be able to walk and get your leg behind your pelvis. And often what might happen is people have a tight hip flexor, or their spine might be a little bit tight, sort of pulling on their rib cage, or you might be wearing heeled shoes that are tipping your pelvis in a not really ideal direction. And so when people practice yoga or stretches, oftentimes, they'll pull their foot behind and stretch their hip flexor. But this is a way of sort of dragging the hip flexor, not really creating long-lasting changes in our body. So understanding the difference between sort of dragging and pulling on bones and pulling on muscles versus making that long-lasting change that you might be desiring with the same amount of time and less effort. And that's my favorite. So ideally the legs are pelvis width, and when we bend our knee to bring the foot up, we're using the hamstring muscle to pull the bone. So with the knee back, under the pelvis and squeezing into the hamstring, you're going to want to bend your knee to get your foot up. So right away you might get Charlie horses. I used to get them all the time. You might notice that you don't have very much mobility or strength to even get your foot up. So the cheats are knee out to the side, throwing the foot, back bending to get it, or all of it. So the aim is to lengthen and strengthen your hamstrings and release the pull of the hip flexors so that your body can be reinforced, so that when you're walking, you can get your leg behind you and continue to reduce body pain and create stronger, healthier butt and bathroom muscles. So define your boundary and improve your health and your pelvic floor health and your bathroom muscles. What you're going to want to do is slow down when you're bending your knee to engage the hamstrings to lengthen and create a tensile load on your hip flexors. So knees underneath the hips, and once you arrive there, you get your knee back under your hip, slowly bend into the knee, trying to keep the knee back over the hip. And you see how I kind of did that tip? Keep your pelvis neutral as you bend, and you're going to feel your hamstrings. You're going to feel things turning on and pulling. Keep your spine in neutral. Avoid the ribs flaring. And once you've got it, maybe you're reaching for your ankle, maybe you're reaching for dear life. So what I do is when I put my running shoes on, flip them on, reach my leg back, quickly lengthen my hamstrings, strengthen my hamstrings, and put the shoe on. Ideally, the knee is back behind the hip, the pelvis, and we bend into the knee to reach for the foot or ankle. If you can, at some point you're going to have to do whatever you got to do to get it, and then continue to reinforce a long-lasting change in your body by moving your pubic symphysis forward. See how the pants, it's almost like if this is a bowl of soup, it's tipping forward. So we want to create a neutral pelvis while we're reaching the knee back, and then a neutral spine and getting your head back. And then if you want to reach your arms up for full dancer, you do. Obviously, it feels really good to just take a really beautiful dancer, and there's nothing wrong with that. But ideally, when we're practicing and exercising and moving our bodies, we're also going to benefit with long-lasting changes. So seeing the difference between keeping the hip flexor short, not making any change, throwing body part, and then pulling on stuff versus creating a strong, healthy pelvis, creating better mobility and strength, creating long-lasting change, having the ribs down to help your spine remain healthy and strong and long, and then creating a muscle memory so that when we are out walking, we're actually using the hamstring and the glute, versus maybe a lot of people, their legs never get behind their pelvis, so they have kind of like a flat butt, and eventually they lose track of their bathroom muscles. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, let me know what you think about all of this. Bye for now.